Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness for danger and the stamina to make sure he can go and snuff it out over and over again if required. He's also exceptional...
Could be danger here! Chance for a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Porto with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to clear it. Guardiola. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's going to go a long way. Back to the keeper it goes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Guirassy! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Kimmich tries to clear. And he can clear it away. Porto are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
The ball's gone astray. Mosquera. So we're still where we started right now. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, super find. Plenty to aim at here. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. Corner number 2, then. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Chouameni bops him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Kimmich. Could move up a gear here. Pinches it off him. Camavinga. And the pass is intercepted. Hernandez with the clearance. And that pass isn't the best. Guardiola for Olise. And it's Camavinga. That's a delicate pass. And that should get the job done. Kante getting this one clear. Now it's Guirassy.
Guirassy really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that was vital. Now it's Osimhen. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And the through ball. Bellingham is onto this. Marquinhos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Good ball, good take. Defending of the desperate variety. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that is a little undercooked. That's really well cleared. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Played into space. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Girassi. And the ball is out of play. Tries to pass it through. Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Messi. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That is good alertness. Pass somewhat off target. That's a cute ball. Now it's Bellingham. And it's half-time here. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Porto clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
He's shifted. Shot, surely! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, he can be proud of himself, the goalkeeper, for rescuing a perilous situation.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Couldn't squeeze it through. No, that's been intercepted. Marquinhos. Camavinga. And it's Messi. Danger averted for now. Messi threads one in, takes a shot! Goal!
And he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Porto are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Messi. Chance here to counter. Looking to play him in. No way through. Deftly away.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Kimmich is in a really good position out wide. He's got tall. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 20.
Porto choosing to make the first change.
Número 17. Número 10. Messi.
Now it's Szoboszlai.
Número 9.
And he's quick to snatch it back.
Número 6.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Searching pass he's played there. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Vardiol gets it away. Can he get on the end of this? Dembele. Lovely bit of skill.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, he's been caught napping. He's found great chance. He scores. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Dembele.
Porto clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now he's got space here. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Palmer. Looking for the run. He has a look up. Palmer. And it's played in. Oh, that's neat. And here's Dembele. Traoré. And that's a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. And he's let fly!
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Well, there's the clearance.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de compensação.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Marquinhos. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And claimed it back swiftly. And that is as far as it goes. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Porto certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Zixi is there to clear. And claimed it back swiftly. And that's put paid to a promising move. He's picked his way through. He's in a good position here. That's going to go a long way. Nicked it back promptly. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Looking for a runner. No goals as yet, but it has been pretty lively. And he's quick to snatch it back. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he's intervened well there. Played into space. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
That's going in strongly.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. It's a searching pass. No luck with that dink over the top. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That pass has been well intercepted. Tchouameni.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Marquinhos. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Great ball, and he's in here. Tries a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Porto are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Now it's Osimhen, and he's got the beating of it. Osimhen! There it is! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And now they can clear their lines. And it's Chouameni. Thinks one through. Oh, well played, well played. Shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. He's had it taken off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Floated through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Marquinhos. And it's Gavi. Kimmich. Bellingham absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Good ball, good take. Osimhen unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 15. Número 18.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Chouameni wins the duel this time. And here's Gavi. Nicely weighted ball. That's an excellent interception. And he's heaved it away. He won't be happy with that one. Elise. No, that's been intercepted. Haaland. Shot, surely! This time, surely! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
That has been cut short. Thinks about the shot. Plays it across.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Haaland. And here's Elise. Looking for options. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, they've got it again. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he's looking to catch him up. Now it's Kimmich. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And he's there to belt it away.
Porto really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Número 7. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 10.
He was under real pressure there.
Número 21.
No, that was never going to make it. And it's De Jong. Tries to pass it through. And he gets rid in a hurry. Tchouaméni. This is De Jong. And it's Tchouaméni. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but
He's gone for goal! Off the post! And he shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? De Jong plays it in, and the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That has been knocked clear. Ball is over the line. Kimmich gets it away. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Can he get on the end of this? So what can they make of this? Oh, what has happened here? And he's away. Big chance, must be!
the Upspor surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Out of play for a throw. Tchouaméni. Haaland. Caught offside that time. Oh, red, nice interception. Could be danger here. Chance for a shot. It's a goal. And surely that does it. Perfect time, decisive strike. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So that's two now without reply. He rises! And it's come back to him. Goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Ball comes in, and out it comes again. Porto have it back and can go again. Keeper's got good distance on that. And it's Soboslai. Oh, that's clever. He's being urged to shoot. Shapes to shoot! He scores! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Brahim Diaz. De Jong. And he's forced to go back. And he's managed to get rid. And it's Diaz. And that is that. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Lucas Hernandez seems to have been around forever. He's so versatile, and I like the fact that in an age when fullbacks are all about attack, this guy knows how to defend. That's his priority, and he sticks to that.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Valverde defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Good ball, good take. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And he's gone looking for safety. Well, they've got it again. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Bellingham is onto this. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Nicely shaped ball. That's beautifully weighted. Osimhen! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now he's got space here. Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. There will be a throw-in. And he's managed to get rid. And he's gone direct here. Van Dijk cuts it out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Porto clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed. Osimhen really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Osimhen looks to get on the end of this. Couldn't squeeze it through. Marquinhos is there to clear. Great vision. Oh, super find. Shot could be on. Chance, surely! Oh, it's come loose. Turns and goes back. No way through, so back it comes. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Cleared away. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Olise, almost half an hour in now. Look at the space, there's the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Punched away. Fired deep towards the back post. Courtois claims it without any fuss. And now they can spring out of defence. Olise. Tries to pass it through. Can he get onto this? Deftly away. Girassi is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look...
Chance for a shot! It's there! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Osimhen. Osimhen might just make this. Now it's Kimmich. Looking to play him in. Now it's Bellingham. Now the delivery. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
The upspore certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Corner number 2 then. Cleared without hesitation. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Porto have the chance to go the other way. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Looking for a run-up. Neatly clipped into space. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Real chance! Quality ball. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 20. Número 15. Vão dar os seus lugares a...
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Porto can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Defending was strong and firm. And now they can clear their lines.
The upspore are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Haaland takes a shot! He has done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Porto grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is
and he shoots!
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Looking for the run. He's in a great position here. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. It's a searching pass. Chips it through. Szoboszlai, and he's got the beating of his man. Great challenge, time to perfection. Porto can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Van Dijk with the clearance. Kante did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's made its way to him. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race. Oh, he's been caught napping. That's tidy. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all.
Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Porto do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. That's a sharp pass. And they've got rid. And they're back on the ball again. Haaland producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Haaland, he's found a way through. Solo, he's had a shot! They've done it! And they're back in front! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 17.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Número 12.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Número 22. Número
Now it's
21.
Barella.
Está a acontecer uma
Well, that is
substituição.
one way to stop him. Looking for options for movement. Dembele, Mbappe, and he can clear it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. It's not an especially good pass, that. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Sorloth.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Chouameni. Oh, that's fabulous. Aimed beyond the defence.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Has a look and plays it forward. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Van Dijk getting this one clear. And it's De Jong. Goes for goal! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Haaland is onto it in a flash. And he's had it nicked away. And he thumps it clear. Porto must do something here and very quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Backward it goes.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Just eases him off the ball. He can get that clear. Szoboszlai. Holland. Cleared without complication. Kimmich. Out of play for a throw.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de compensação.
This official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That is a brilliant interception. Knocks it into space. That's really well cleared. And the referee brings it to a close. Porto perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Porto definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on, and it just compounded the frustration.